Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Creations by Seeing. This is my card that I'm entering in Spiral Rocks 346 challenge. This is Gloria's challenge for celebrating 2 years on YouTube. So I can't believe it's already been 2 years. I started following her as soon as she started making her videos, and I fell in love with her from day one. So she's doing a sketch challenge, and for those of you that don't know what a sketch challenge is, let me go ahead and show you. Okay, basically what we're doing is we're recreating that card. Alright? And we can decorate it however we want as long as we have a Cricut cut on it. And in my video before this one, it gives all the instructions. And of course, you can check out the instructions on her page, on her channel, and look for the video that's titled Celebrating 2 Years on YouTube Sketch Giveaway. Alright guys? Alright guys, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to be using my new Cricut cartridge, Create a Critter 2. I just picked this up today on sale at $24 in Joann's. So we're going to be using, on page 53, okay, we're going to be using the little pumpkin, which turns out like that. Let's go ahead and get started. We need to make, oh, and this is the paper pack that I'm using. This paper pack is from Recollections. It's called Boo Hoo. And I bought this like 2 years ago on clearance for like $3. And it's all Halloween paper. And it's so cute. So I can't wait for you guys to see what I came up with. We're going to be doing an A2 size card, which is part of the requirements for this challenge. A2 size or larger, and the inside must be decorated. So let's get started. This is my Martha Stewart scoreboard, and we're doing an A2 size, and this is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper cut at 5.5. So essentially it'll be 4 1/4 by 5.5. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna score at 4 1/4. Okay, let me get my bone folder over here. Let's move this out of the way. And let's so this is the base of our card, and I chose orange. Now, let me decorate the inside. First, we're going to be doing I'm sorry guys, my train of thought is just all over the place. We're going to be using 2 pattern papers from inside that paper pack, and this one's like a shimmery polka dotted paper, and then this plaid, and it also has like glitter on it. But what I was thinking when I stayed quiet there for a minute is that I have a really cute stamp. It's a wooden stamp. They make me kind of nervous because I can't see where I'm stamping. But I'm going to go ahead and give it a try. Okay. It's, oh, and I need, since I'm going to be, alright, since I'm going to be stamping on glitter paper, I'm going to use Stays On for the inside. And this is Spooktacular. So, like I said, I don't really like stamping with the wooden stamps because I can't really see the position of my stamp. But, you know, I'm going to give it a try. So we're going to be using our Stays On ink. Let me place this here so I have an idea of where I want the stamp to be. Alright. So, wish me luck. I'm going to apply some even pressure. Oh wow, it came out pretty good. Let me set that aside. spooktacular. So that's going to be the inside of our card. Let me go ahead and use my ATG to adhere my little strip of decorative paper. So guys, we're taking my niece to the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween in Orlando on the weekend of the 24th of October. And I can't wait because she is so in love with Mickey Mouse Clubhouse and Mickey Mouse that she gets so excited. She just turned 10 months. She gets so excited whenever she sees Mickey on screen. I can only imagine what she's going to do. Well, I can only hope she'll get excited when she sees him in person. Alright guys, so let me go ahead and center this. Perfect. Alright, so that's the inside of our card. Now let's go ahead and get ready to decorate the outside. So remember, I have to go off that sketch that she chose. So this is the pattern paper, and this is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And what that does is it gives you a little bit of a border around. Okay, so let's add some ATG. I add my measurements on the back of my cut so that I can remember to tell you guys what the size of the cuts are. So that should be enough there. Perfect. Okay. Alright. So here's the base of, you see how shimmery that paper is, how gorgeous it is? I just love it. Alright, so now that we have that, the next layer that goes is like a little scalloped layer. And I didn't have a scallop punch that didn't have basically the little holes, but I think it's okay. And I use the scallop punch from EK Success. And then I have a decorative trim here, just like the one from the inside of the card. So let's go ahead and get these adhered together. And this one is cut at 1.5, so 1.5 by 4 inches. And this one is 4 inches by 1 3/4. I'm trying to get better at telling you guys the measurements exactly. So in the event that you want to duplicate something, you can duplicate it easy enough that I've given you the instructions. Alright, so I'm trying to line this up with the little holes that the punch made. So I have a little bit of a border on the top. Okay, so now before I adhere this down, I'm going to place it just to see how all of this will go. Like that. And then what I want to do, you know what, before I do that, let me stamp our sentiment on the front of the card, which is Happy Halloween. And I got this off of the Hero Arts stamp set. All Occasion, I think it's called. Okay, and for this one, we're going to use Tuxedo Black ink. Okay, ink that up real good. Let me line this up with my grid and put it as low as I possibly can. Because remember, I have to add a little border on the top of that. Oh, I love it. I love how that came out. So, Happy Halloween. And then it has some, let me see, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little like dots. I don't think I'm going to be able to fit 5. But I'm going to go ahead and definitely do 3 little dots. Okay, and I'm going to be using my pick-me-up stick from Silhouette. It just helps place it. So we're going to do 1. 2. 3. And one more. These got stuck together. Okay. These have pretty good adhesive. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. There. I knew that 3 would definitely fit. So that's the bottom of the part with the sentiment. I'm sorry if I seem out of it, guys. I'm a little tired today. So we're gonna go ahead and let me see. Let me place this down towards the bottom here, and this part goes towards the halfway point there. Maybe a little bit more down, like there, and then this part goes there, and then this part goes here, and then I have to cut another little circle here. So let me go ahead, and what I'm going to do is, instead of using my Cricut for that, I'm just going to go ahead and punch out with my, let me see, this size might be, this size is going to be just, well, maybe too small. Let me see if I have a little piece. If I have a little bit of a bigger, bear with me, guys. I'm sorry. This one is my little one. Where's my others? And I think that this one might just be too big. Yeah. I'm going to test it out anyways, but I'm sorry, guys, that I'm off camera doing this, but I'm like on the other side. I think I have one that's in between. Yeah, this one's definitely too big. Yeah, that actually covers that. Alright, that's fine. We'll go ahead and use that one. And I use my EK Success. I'm sorry, not EK Success. This is Friskers Punch. But it works for me. So let me just add. It's almost all going to be covered anyways. I just want to give it a little bit of the color, so that way it all coordinates. It'll all be covered. It'll mostly be covered. So let's go ahead and adhere all of this together. So the first one we're going to add here is this one. Like I said, guys, I'm sorry if I'm rambling. I'm just not used to making these videos anymore, and I got to get back into it. Alright. So, let me go ahead and adhere this to the bottom here. Wonderful. Okay, so that's what it looks like so far. Then the next one that gets adhered is the square, and this is at 3 inches by 3 inches. So let me go ahead and add ATG to the back of my 3 by 3 inch square, and this has to come up to the edge here. So I'm gonna put it, I don't know if I should just, maybe I cut that little banner part too small, but you know what, I'm gonna add a strip of adhesive halfway. Oops. Okay, I think that will look good there. Okay. Alright, so then now comes my little flag part. And my little flag part is going to go right here, and it's going to cover, it's going to be right at the top of my sentiment. So let me add some adhesive. Okay. And also goes all the way up to the edge. So that's what that looks like. You know, I'm thinking, yeah, I'm going to pull it up just a little bit. It's way too close. You can hardly read the happy. Alright. That's a lot better. Let me just straighten it out. Perfect. Now I'm happy. See? That looks a lot better. Now it's time to add our scallop, which goes like right about there. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and use my gel pen. And this is from Jelly Roll. And I'm just going to add some decorative doodles around my card just to make it more, I like the more cartoonish, cutesy type cards. So I like to doodle. I am guilty of doodling. I just love it. And besides, it's Halloween, so it's like, it should be very cartoonish, and sometimes I gotta get a little scrap. Much better. Oh yeah, I should have done that before. So basically I'm just adding a little dot to the middle of each little scallop just to give it a little bit of character. And then I'm going to add 3 little dots on my hat there, and 3 little dots on my hat here. Just gives it a little bit of, okay, this is our little pumpkin. What I did is I added some glossy accents to the little ribbon part, the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. I don't know if you guys can see it. And then, you know, my pumpkin has to be a girl. So what I did is I went ahead and I added a flower. Alright, so she's ready. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some stitching along this black little flag, just to give it some character. I love how the stitching looks. And I love the white gel pen on the black cardstock. So, I'm sorry, I could have doodled with you guys off camera, but you know, for those of you that are interested in the doodling, okay. So basically, that's my doodling, my stitches. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and adhere my scallop right there. And you know, I'm going to do a little bit more doodling, guys, and I will be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. I did some little stitch marks on the bottom here of the little scallops just to give it some character. Okay, and I just realized that I missed the little stitch marks on this little part up here of the black. It'll just perfect. Okay, we're almost done here. I'm ready to adhere my scallop part of my card down. And it's going to go right around here. Perfect. And I have popped up my little pumpkin on some pop dots. These are 1/4 inch thick, and I really enjoy using these big ones. And I'm going to try to put it in the middle so that we can see. Well, before I do that, then I guess I could doodle around the green. Alright, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. I made a few changes. You know how they say less is more? Sometimes less is more. I started doodling. I made a mistake. I had to take some parts apart. So this is going to be my finished product. But I took it off the foam dots and I added an action wobble. I had forgotten I had these. In retrospect, I could have made the little pumpkin a little bit bigger because what I wanted to do was just keep it centered in this, so I wanted it to fit in there. But then, you know, I realized I could have just made her a little bit bigger. But that's okay. So here she is on an action wobble. And then on the inside, I added doodling with a purple gel pen around the line, like the green part. Okay. And inside, I thought it looked too plain. So I had forgotten that I had this Martha Stewart web punch that I bought on clearance for like $5 one November that it was, you know, it was after Halloween, and I got it for like $5. Never used it. And I thought that it needed something like a pop of color, or lack of color, therefore black. And I think it came out pretty, I think it breaks up all the colors really well. Alright guys, so here is my finished card. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. I'm so sorry for lagging a little bit and being not too concentrated on what I was doing, but my mind is racing a million miles a minute. So guys, thanks again so much for joining me, and I hope you guys have a wonderful night. And Gloria, I hope you like the card, girl. I'm going to put it in the mail as soon as I can. Have a great evening. Bye.